Hey everyone, welcome back to Denise Dives In. In today's video, I wanted to do July's budget. I am not going to budget for the sinking funds at the beginning of the month. I'm gonna do it at the end of the month just to kind of get back into the groove of things. I haven't been budgeting for YouTube in a while, so I feel like I have to do things a little bit differently than I normally would. And normally I just have been spending more money than I should be. So I'm really glad to get back at it. I filmed a July get ready for the budget kind of thing. And in that video, I asked you which color you wanted me to do the bill tracking stickers, and Budgeting D is the name of her channel. She's an awesome gal. Go check her out. I will leave her link down below, but she picked purple. So we went with purple for the month of July. And I just wrote down all my bills, and the days they come out, I just check them off. And let's just dive right in. So I'm going to not use this page. I was going to at first. I don't like writing up against the coil, and I kind of want my tracking near my budget, so I'm gonna forego this page. In these boxes, I'm going to be writing the things that come up that month. So Jane's first birthday is on the 21st, so that is definitely going to be in there. And then I also wanted to put down some things that I need to make sure I remember about, so that in future budgeting months I don't forget about them, or if I want to keep pausing them. I've been doing the Scentbird. Alex works in furniture sales, and I feel like it's very important to have a very good image, to be clean, handsome, I guess, like have nice clothes, just like a well-dressed man. And I did get him a cologne twice now. He's gotten 2 colognes from there, and I've gotten 1 perfume. And I just paused it until those, like, it's like a sample size. It's a really cool subscription if you don't want to pay like a whole bunch of money and you kind of just want to test out the product. So I need to make sure that I remember about that again. And then I have been doing Function of Beauty because, first of all, I don't use too much shampoo and conditioner. I don't wash my hair all the time. I feel like it's worth it just because I was having really bad scalp pain. I don't know if it was too dry. I don't know what was going on. I would say both pregnancies have messed with my hair and my scalp. So I'm perfectly fine with paying the extra, I would say, for Function of Beauty. So I think it's like $46, and I'm getting it like every like four months or so. So I don't think that that's bad, especially because I was having that like scalp problem, and it has cleared it up. Like my scalp was so, but just like not itchy, just painful, like I don't know. And you get to pick your scents and your colors, and of course it's for me. So because I'm that girl. And Pretty Litter is another thing that I want to make sure that I don't forget about next month, is gonna be the 3 months to get another like 3 bags of litter. So 1 bag lasts 3 months. It's not smelly. It's way easier to clean the litter box. And another cool thing about it, right when we had Jane last year, Sophie was just really stressed out, I feel like, because she was like throwing up and pooping outside of her litter box, and just she was not having a good time. I think it was just like she got stressed out because of the baby. And Jane sounded exactly like a meowing cat when she was a newborn. So it just effed her up. But the litter will tell you if like they're like not like, I want to say regular, but that's not, like if there's something wrong with them, the litter turns a certain color. So I liked that too, because like I don't really take her for like regular visits and stuff. If there's something wrong with her is usually when I take her. So I'd like to be able to know beforehand, then it like get exacerbated by me not knowing. And cats are very private about illnesses, I feel like. So I feel like dogs are too, because they just want to make their owner happy. So I definitely am gonna continue doing that. So I just wrote these little things down on, like, basically this is like my little reminder box. So that's how I'm using the dashboard page. And then these are the pages I'm gonna do my budget on this one, and I'm gonna do my some sort of tracking thing. I've sketched out a couple ways to do it, and I'll go with one of those if I don't fall in love with any of the ways I've considered doing it so far. But for now, I haven't solidified that, and I won't need to until I actually sit down and film a like weekly tracking video. So we're just gonna start with, so what I wanted to do, because Alex does work on commission, is use last month's income to do the next month's bills. Right now I'm in a very good predicament because we do have money set aside for the down payment on the next house, because I sold my house in Arizona and we're renting now, and we are not able to get a new house yet because of just like the way the mortgage lender says you have to be like qualified for it, which is fine, but that leaves me in a good predicament to be able to say, okay, this is what we made last month. We need to budget using that money. So I'm not gonna use all 4 of his paychecks. I'm just gonna use, or he got paid. The income I'm gonna use is $5,959.67, just because I feel like that's a good estimate. I was like, what is that word? Estimate on what his his income will be. So I'm just gonna put that, the income, I guess I could put it in the middle. Income, so that's whatever he made last month. And if you're not a month ahead on your bills, this obviously won't work for you. But if you're not and you want to try to be, I think that it's easy to do, or if you get tax refunds, if you did get like a stimulus check, or if you have like extra extra paychecks, sometimes you have like an extra paycheck month, just try to come up with at least your bills. Like you don't necessarily need to come up with your expenses. Like our bills for this month, I estimated at $2,349.53. So as long as you come up with your bills, I would say you can do this type of budget where you're like a month ahead sort of. So I'm gonna use this as what we made last month, and that's what I'm gonna budget for. So I've just been writing out my bills again. So I write them out on my monthly view, and then I also write them out here. So I'm gonna split them up. These are all fixed. I don't know all the amounts yet, because a couple of them come through after the first. So we have rent first. It's $1,400 in rent, and then they charge me a $1.95 fee. And then we have life insurance, and this is for me, as well as Dominic has a policy too. Another thing I need to do is I want to get Alex some sort of life insurance policy and Jane some sort of life insurance policy. Dominic's he can like take with him after he's 18. So that's why Dominic has one. And I got these when I turned 30. I thought that was the adult thing to do. So I've had those for a few years now. Then we have Cox, which is our internet. And gas, which is not our stove. It's just, I think, the like hot water heater and the heater for the house, which we're not using right now. So that was just $40.97. We have car insurance. $87.03. That went down drastically when we moved here, which I thought was really cool. In Arizona, it was close to $200, or like $150, from like $150 to $200 a month. So that went down a lot when we moved here. Culligan, I don't have the bill for yet. And that is our water service. I was super excited when we moved here. I thought I was gonna be able to drink the tap water. The tap water is fine. It tastes absolutely fine. There's no like, in Arizona, we have really hard water, and there's just it's not drinking water. Like, you shouldn't drink it out of the faucet. And I was like, sweet, I won't have to have like a bottled water company. I don't know what is wrong with me. I've looked it up, and there's people that say they have the same thing wrong with them as me, but I swear I get heartburn from like spring water, the tap water here. It gives me heartburn. I swear. I know you're probably like, sure it does, but I swear it does. So we still get the like 5-gallon jugs of water delivered for our drinking water. Also, I use it for Jane's bottles. So that is going away soon, but we do still drink a lot of water. I love water personally, and I don't care too much that we have to spend that. It's better than buying like the little like single serve water bottles, because honestly I could drink like 2 of those in like a sitting, because when I drink water, like I just drink a lot of it, and it's better on the planet and whatnot. So Netflix, I don't know why I haven't been writing the amounts here because I was talking. So Netflix is $15. It's an even $15 right now. Verizon is $141.47. And I pay for my phone, Alex's phone, and my mom's phone. We're like grandfathered into an old plan, so I just keep paying it until the one day they're like, listen, you have to do this other thing, and then my mom will probably take over her own phone line and everything when that happens. Utilities, I don't know either. Culligan is usually about $100 a month, and then utilities has been right around like 160, 180. So I'm probably gonna guess it's gonna be 200 just because it's been getting a little bit hotter. Audible is $16.06. And I'm on a plan for every other month I get a credit, and then Alex is on a plan for every other month he gets a credit. So the opposite months are basically one of ours is getting a new credit. $654 for Hulu. I don't have the ad-free plan. I don't mind ads. I actually like ads because of course I'm a sucker for everything. So I don't mind ads. Care of is vitamins that I've been taking, and I'm not ready to do the research and see if I can get it cheaper myself. And it's really been helping with just some of the things that have been ailing me. So I still want to keep doing that, and we'll reevaluate it later. It is really expensive, but vitamins are expensive. So Scribd is another audiobook service. I really like this service. If you have Audible and you want something, Audible, the only thing I would say that's different than Scribd is as long as you're paying the monthly fee, you can just listen to whatever audiobooks they have. Audible has like Audible only things, so that's why I have the Audible subscription too. And Audible, you get to keep your audiobooks. They're yours forever. Like, you've bought that audiobook, it's yours. Scribd is more for like, if you just want to listen to the book and then you're done with it. And I do that with a lot of my books, so I don't need to like own it forever and it be mine. Because even if you cancel your Audible credit, you still have those audiobooks. They're always yours. If you cancel Scribd, like, you can't listen to the stuff that you've listened to already. Walgreens, and this is just my birth control. It's just $16.40. It's just a thing that I know comes up every single month, so I just put it in this part of my thing. HBO Max, we have been purchasing for the like releases. They've been releasing movies that are coming to the theater. And normally I would say I would totally just go to the theater, but with having a infant, it's just not been in the cards. So I like having the HBO Max. I just finished Mayor of Easttown. It was so good. I really liked that show. It has Evan Peters in it and Kate Winslet. If you have HBO and you haven't watched that series yet, it's a good series. I really liked it. Alder is our pest control. I had pest control in Arizona for scorpions, and I'm gonna have it here too because I just like the peace of mind that I get with having pest control, that you can just basically call them. They come out if you have any issues, or there's a lot of critters and different bugs and stuff here that I've never seen before. I don't even know where to start if I wanted to spray for them. They come around and like remove all your spider webs and stuff, and there's definitely a lot of spiders here, and I don't know which is worse, the amount of spiders there are here or scorpions in Arizona. So the total on this I guesstimated was $2,349.53, and that was with putting $200 for this and $105 for this. But I'm not gonna write that officially until I know those two bills. So I'm just gonna leave that, but I will just put total right here for when that is, I know that. And then down here, I'm gonna put our budget items. And we also did this on camera where we sat down and we figured out what we wanted to put for our budget items for this month. So I'm just going to put this over here too and start copying that. And I wanted this one to have the all the way across the page. That's why I put the bills like this. So we've got, let me make sure this is how I want to do it. Groceries. Eat out. Eat out, fuel, household, Alex, Denise, Jane, Dominic, and then we've got fun, Jane's birthday, and Dom's back to school. And these were things we just figured while we sat down and thought about the budget. I should have sinking funds for these things. Normally I would have sinking funds for like birthdays and back to school. So because we're kind of starting fresh with this, I don't have sinking funds for those things. So I needed to put them in my budget so that I had money towards those things, because inevitably I will probably spend money on those items. So we're just gonna put that this was the budget for these, and then we're gonna have an actual, we're gonna have a plus, I guess we can have a plus or minus just to see how we did. So budget, we're gonna budget $625 for groceries. Eat out is $240. And I have a breakdown video of how I came up with these numbers if you want to check it out. Fuel is $180. Household is $100. Alex is $265. Denise is $200. And Jane's my almost 1-year-old, and Dominic is my 8-year-old. The reason hers is so much higher is just because her formula and diapers and wipes come out of Jane. So that's why it's so much money. You're like, why do your kids not get the same amount? Jane's B-Day gets $75 because I've bought most of her gifts already. And that's just like for the party. And then back to school, I'm gonna put $100 just to be on the safe side because I have no idea. So for that total, I'm just gonna put that it's $2,250. So when I did the, let's see, when I did the math with the, I'm just gonna write it on a post-it because I don't wanna write it down on here yet because I don't know the actual totals. So just to wrap this up, the last little portion that we have is to take the, what I guesstimated for this part. So I guesstimated with this as 200 and this as 100. The total would be $2,349.53. And then plus your budget items, which is $2,250. So the total on that would be, I wrote it down, where is it? $4,599.53 minus the income, which we said was $5,959.67. I know this is like the wrong way, but you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean. So I'll like probably write that down here when I know this number. But the remaining is $1,360.14. And if we stay within our budget, I want to be able to start my sinking funds with this number. I think that would be cool to be able to take leftover and put it towards the sinking funds and the savings that I want to do. So that's what I hope to do, and hopefully we don't have any unbudgeted or things like that. And that's what I want to start doing from now on, is just taking the previous month's income and putting it towards the next month's budget. So hopefully we have around $1,360 to play with for sinking funds next month. I think that would be fun. And I think that's everything. I will figure out how I'm gonna do the weekly wrap-ups, and I will weekly update you on how we're doing, and hopefully this motivates you. I honestly want to help in any way I can and make some friends and chill with you guys. I hope that this video helped you out, motivated you, whatnot. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. I will see y'all next time. If you're still here, hit the like button. Bye.